Hello, Andrew. Hello, Yash. Yash.
Hello.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Josh, how was my mic?
Yeah, your mic is really good.
Good today. Rahid, do you listen to me well?
Yes, I can listen you.
That's good. My mic is giving me problems lately, and I just stay another hour today trying to have a better sound. Hopefully, we are having it. Let me try to change. Josh, could you please give a salute to the other people in the chat? I'm gonna try to change the meet, but you can say so, hello and so on, whatever you want.
Yeah, definitely. So I hope that everyone has brought some questions because I think that this is one of those meets where you would be asking us and we would be helping you out in how the further process goes. And many of you have submitted all the tasks. Some are still on task 2, task 3. Some have done the task 5 really well, while some also had problems with UI, but they learned a lot. I believe everyone learned a lot in these. So yeah, I hope that for this meet, everyone has brought some questions. If you haven't, then just think of any questions that you might face to help the future you. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Good. So let's go into the thing. So community, today we're going to have general contributors meet. Questions will be after this on the YouTube channel, not here, please, not here, because we are streaming live for other people, not in the meet. And if you someone wants to come in, okay, Shivan. So if we do this, we get in trouble with my OBS configuration, and I don't like this. So 1 second, I'm trying also to fine tune the presentation. 1 little second, the streaming. This is the live thing for you that have used OBS live. It's an incredible tool, but you need to take some time to make finish. We have a better meet on the streaming now for recording and for the people that is not with us today. So let's gonna start. Good news! GSoC has been announced. Magic, because it's been, I will not say late, but it's been some kind of doubt about if GSoC, Google will be announcing GSoC, and finally it happened. So It's in boldface, community, agenda continuous, and titans. And the race is going to be hard. Why? Because you all want to have an internship, and this is not easy. We have to select people. So let's gonna go by several points we have today to comment to you. And again, after our presentation, we will have questions and answers here in the YouTube, not here in the Meet, just allowing other persons that are not in the Meet to answer question us. And so prepare your questions, but you can start to write those in the YouTube, but not here. Please do not use the chat in the Meet, because this distorted our streaming. And wait till the last minute. Well, you will be able also to do the questions live. So GSoC is a race. We say this is a race because it's a race for everybody. For you guys, because you are the community members, you are being so active those days. I remember words from Mentor Josh saying that he's very happy because the Discord is on fire. You say, Josh? That's good to see people interacting and showing. And I like a lot the screenshot new channel where people shows their interfaces. And very, very good idea. Very nice idea. And so cheap and so perfect. So you have to be active, be noticeable, because you remember, we will not select people only by their technical knowledge. Of course, you're going to code. You have to be a good coder. But we also have to select contributors to our project. That has to be nice persons, be polite. Mentor Prayak is coming also late to the party. And, all of this information, when you are developing tasks and interacting with other people in Discord, or sending us emails, or whatever kind of communication we are using, we take note. We see mentors, we see you, we take note. We have a very large Google Sheet spreadsheet where all your tasks are being recorded. When you talk in Discord, we notice. When you send an email very polite to us, we notice. When you send an email not so polite, we also notice. This happens. Not too much, but this happens. And this raises or even lowers your score. So, statistics as yesterday that I finished these slides. 51 tasks, we have received it and approved it, because something like, it's not 20 more contributors send their task 1, not rightly develop, not rightly install the Liquid Galaxy, or maybe having the typical problem you all are going to have this year. We are developing for smartphones vertical, and you still are sending us things in tablets horizontal, so bad. So around 20 people also presented the task 1 for us and was bad developed. They know, because we send emails for them to correct, and they still have it not corrected. So for us, are in the lower part of the score. But 51 of you has passed rightly the first task. Very simple, but it takes time. I always say there are some old contributors here, Rohit, Prayak, now Mentor, that the Liquid Galaxy can take you 2 different amounts of time to be installed. The first amount is the right one, 3 hours. In 3 hours, you can have a Liquid Galaxy running. Just follow the manuals we have on our site, and if you don't have any problem, it can take. But if you have problems, or if you don't follow the guidelines, it may take you 3 weeks, and it's a very different time between 1 afternoon or 3 weeks. So it's up to you to read correctly the information. So also we have several tasks to approve, many task 3, 4 and 5, not as much, but it's normal because those are the latest one. And we have a total list of 78 truly, and when I say truly, I mean people that is continuously sending us emails, sending us tasks, and interested in being contributors in GSoC, in our project, and in GSoC, because most of you are really interested only in GSoC. And remember, this is not Google's goal, not our goal. we don't want people here only to get a GSoC Inter. That's fantastic, but we also want people that stay with us and do things for the community. Again, it's not only for you to do the task and get a good score, but it's for us as community, as a project, to get into GSoC. Because remember, no one is in GSoC till February 27th that Google will announce the organization this year. So we can tell you that we already presented a project. You know that because we posted it in Discord. So let's continue with things on the race. The last thing, of course, is for you to be selected. And remember, we are still on, what day is today, Josh? We are on 6th?
6th of February.
What?
Today is 6th of February.
Oh, 6th of February. So till March 24, that Google will open the registration. Still, we are time ahead to finish the tasks. And remember, first we have to wait for the 28th February that Google will say if we are in or not, like for all the other world organizations that want to apply to the GSoC this year. So on March 24 opens the Google platform. You will have to register there. Remember, you will get more information, but Google will open their own platform. We have our own thing like a project where, but Google will open the platform where you really have to go there and present your proposals. Maximum, by law, you can propose 3 proposals. Those proposals can be to the Liquid Galaxy community, or even if you want, you can present one to us or one to another communities. It's up to you. And then in April 8th is the last day. And remember, Google never will permit you go after dates. Remember, we are always saying to you, dates are very important because we are large communities and we have plenty of people to handle, lots of tasks. So we have to be serious with the dates. And Google, we can allow you to present something a couple of days late, now in the pre-requirements, but not later. But Google will never allow this because they handle thousands and thousands of contributors. So April 8 closes the window to present your proposals. And in May 8, Google will announce the selected contributors. So we all have work to do to reach these goals. Do you want to add something, Mentor Josh? I don't know if Mentor Vedan is also on the call because I don't see him on the... Are you there, Vedan?
Vedant is not here.
Okay, I can see all the people on the chat. Do you want to add something, Josh?
No, nothing else. It's good.
Good. Next, continue. So, you know all what are the tasks. T1 was due January 10, and there are 3 asterisks. Why there are 3 asterisks here? Because some of you are even late to the party. Nothing happens here. What is the thing? And we've been clearly explaining this on Discord, and it's clearly written on our website. We need dates months before to do you do the pre-requirement tasks and to evaluate you. But you can arrive just the last day before Google closes the platform. But as you can imagine, we cannot evaluate you. We cannot know you if you are a good coder, if you have good skills of relationship with persons, or if you know about web, if you want to do a nice web application. So we need time. So please, you still have the opportunity to present all the tasks. It's not closed. You can present it till the last day. But of course, people that has worked hard to be on time will be higher on our Google spreadsheet. That's life. So they work hard to be the first ones, and they are the first ones. This does not mean that those guys are going to be selected, because at this moment, remember, no one is selected. Not organization, not us, not people. That's the crazy thing about Google Summer of Code. So exactly the same happens with the basic Flutter application. It ends in January 25. Like T1, I remember something like maybe 40 of you have presented T2. T3 is ongoing nice. Something like a dozen of you already have presented most of the technical presentations. And if you're not presented, you already have presented as the titles, presented the slides, and you're working on the recording. T4, Bethany is not here. So T4 is low. Maybe you are leaving T4 for the end. And T4 is interesting for us also. All of tasks is interesting because this this makes us to see if you have knowledge of the Liquid Galaxy project, because your entries will be arriving to the to our lovely wiki that last year was developed with mentor Vedan next to the real developers that were Deb and Siddhar, if I don't remember bad. And T5 is going very nice because this year we will try to have at least a few projects going with the web thing. And for this, what is your opinion, Josh? How is the AI creation challenges?
Yeah, I'm really loving that everyone. Actually, I loved some feedback, which was that many hackathons don't really care about UI. They are more about coding, making some technically complex things. But when many people just forget about UI in that. And this time we are having some UI creation challenges that is actually helping everyone in this creative or design I think. So I'm really happy that how people are trying to make their design decisions, how they are trying to evaluate how people would be seeing those designs, and what would the micro animations would look like, what would the page interfaces would look like. And I would want, because this is the year we are caring about UX and UI, so you want something that is usable as well as it has this aesthetic usability effect, so it looks good and it is nice to the eyes. So yeah, just care about colors, care about fonts. Many presentations are also on UI that are really lovely, so
And
just look
some of
at
them
them.
are very not as much lovely. We are correcting
Some
you,
of
trying
them,
to correct you. We are not correcting you, take care of this. We are not correcting you too much on the contents. Hello, Dev. We just mentioned you 15 seconds ago as developer of the wiki. So we are not correcting you on the contents because we believe that this is your way of expressing your knowledge, so we don't want to correct you, but we correct you on the presentation. We don't want to have a streaming by you presenting in a very bad combination of fonts, colors, or a disaster. And sometimes we have to make you some guidance on this, me and other mentors, and of course Mentor Jazz, that is our resident specialist on UX and AI. And sometimes it's not as perfect. Most of the times are good, but sometimes you do some strange things with the font sizes, with the colors. No, just
yeah. This time we are really caring about that. So you know that how Google or Apple deliver their world-class applications, it has to look consistent, it has to look good. So this time we also want you to just deliver some application that you look ahead 10 years from now and see, yeah, I delivered this 10 years ago on a GSoC. So yeah.
And also there is another reason for this. I don't remember if this is right on the next slides, because the other reason is that this year we are going to take care 100%, or even I would say 110% of your KMLs and UX UI of your application. So this year is totally important. This other years I would say not pass it, but we were more slow on this, but this year this is going to be not the way. So let's continue. So dates, as always, are written in our unique GSoC post. So here's the clarification about the deadline of the task, as we said before. We will love people to present the task till the latest day, and of course the proposals, but the people that had to work harder will be, I will say, higher on the score. And remember, the Liquid Galaxy score helps us, the mentors, when we have to make a selection of what people we will say to Google that, okay, we think that those guys are nice to get an inter. Remember, the decision is not finalized, it's from Google. Google is always who communicates to you who is in GSoC or not, because we are not the one that pay you. And also regarding the master proposal document, you already have it on our website, the unique GSoC post. You have it, you can click on it. It's a Google Docs. Just you make the copy following the instruction there. And one main important thing is that you're gonna start thinking on your project. First, you have to end the preliminary task. You can do many tasks. We are multitasking, but we don't want at this moment that any of you sending us nothing related to the proposals. The reason is simple, because at this moment we are still doing the previous required task, and also we don't know if we or anyone is going to be in GSoC. So it's a waste of time that you start, as some people has done, starting to send us documents or sending us ideas or sending us things. We don't want at this moment loss or time. Mentors, we are, I would say, pretty busy persons, and we offer our time for free for you, and you also collaborate with the community. But that's the way. So if you want to comment something, please use our Discord. Start here to comment the proposals and total, but not with us, with the project, because we at this time will not discuss anything related to the project. We will start just after Google makes their announcement. If we are inside Google GSoC this year, on February 27, you can send us whatever you want, and we will be, if we answer or not, or whatever, but not now. Okay. Could you please just comment on this?
Definitely. So I would say that this year we started that we would not be focusing on tablets, or we will not be focusing on, let's say, if you're on the web, not on desktop. So you'll be focusing on 6.3-inch UI vertical. So that is like the standard phone sizes that would be caring about. And you could be having a very few projects that are on web, or you could be getting a project on Flutter. So these are the two things that we would be caring about. And from last year, we had some problems with the AI server, and which is why I would say that APIs would be a better way or a more cleaner way. So we will be allowing only APIs. Something that has a server next to the Liquid Galaxy will not be a focus for this year. And we would want you to make things that look great on Google Earth. That's the main thing that this GSoC or every GSoC is about. What you do on your application is a controller, which could be secondary, but what is onto Google Earth is what Google pays you for. So we would be wanting great KML visualizations, which could be having some real data fetched from GeoJSONs that convert into KML on the live. These are the things that I would want to see. Some nice UI and some UX, which is not very far off from each other. So you would want something that is usable, plus it looks good. And I would want to see some nice application. It could be that your application is responsive, which is okay. It is like not a bad thing to make responsive application. It is fluid to all sizes. Care about the sizes or check on the sizes that are phone compatible. So if you are on the web, you can just use your Chrome Inspector tool and just see for how it looks on Pixel 7, Pixel 6, and other Pixel or other phone devices. Maybe it could be a Samsung phone device, and look at these things, create something very immersive, create something which has very good KMLs. So yeah, that is what I wanted to say here.
Very important this year. We are not allow projects to get into GSoC if we don't complain about, we are not happy with your mockup. So let's gonna talk about this. I think it's on the next one. So this year the proposal is changing. Usually we allow you to send us a Google Doc with text, and you insert several images and mockups, but this year is going to be different. We have to change this because our goal is different this year. We have to change, and we have to have better applications. It's good for our project, and also it's good for you as developer. Why? I think I have somewhere, maybe not. So you have the document already on the website. Make a copy, follow the instructions. We will only accept when you're gonna start sending us things up around February 28th. Google Docs links, please don't send us, not send us PDFs. We don't want PDFs. Don't send us PPTs or Figma. We don't want Figma also. We want you to work in Figma, but you will have to make a screenshot and insert it on the Google Docs, because we cannot handle lots of different formats. So you have to, everything will be on a Google Docs link, one link. And always please open the document you send out to us, open for comments, and with permissions to be shared with anyone, because remember, we are a very large community of mentors. This year, I think, total, we are 22 mentors ready for the GSoC, but in our community of mentors, we are more than 50 mentors. So most of these people can read your documents, and if you don't share it in permissions open to anyone, only with comments, we will return you the documents. At some point, we will not even read your documents, because sometimes guys do not do that, do not listen to us, so that's bad. So, and then, as I said before, you have to blow up the proposal to GSoC platform, but here they claim that it has to be on a PDF. You will see this later in the Google platform, because those are Google instructions. As I say, follow indications on Google GSoC platform. What else? Proposal document is going to be different. We don't want two things. We don't want some students other years send us something like 50 pages of text. And inside of this text were plenty of snippets, maybe 10 lines, maybe 30 lines of code. Maybe they do the code, or maybe they just copy paste it from anywhere, or maybe they use an artificial intelligence to generate it. But the thing is that this year we will not allow any snippet of code. We don't want to see your code. Okay, we don't want, because when we do the pre-requirements, we already see your code. We don't need you to paste your code. So this year, the proposal is going to be different. The proposal, as I said, is going to be a Google Docs document, only one link open for comments, share with anyone, maximum 20 pages, maximum. And those pages have to include, and when I say maximum, I will say, more than maximum, I will say it has to be 20 pages. Maybe we will edit this and say, whatever we say clearly, edited for clarity, we will say the proposal has to be 20 pages. Why? Because we want 5 pages of text. And I say maximum. Maybe if you deliver 3 pages of text, that's right. Maybe you don't have to say not too much. And please do not send us a 16 size or 20 size or 8 size text. No, all the text have to be 12, because some students do very crazy things, some contributors. Then 5 pages of text. You can explain whatever you want. You also have to follow the indications on the proposal we give you. But then 15 of the upcoming pages will be only wireframes and high fidelity mockups of how your application is going to be on the two sides. One is your user interface. Mentor just will be inspecting those mockups carefully, and other mentors, of course, or mentors in Flutter, Alfredo, Victor, and the other Victor, Moises for AI. You know, we are a large team, and we want 15 pages full of how your interface is going to be and how the data you're going to present on the Liquid Galaxy will appear. Both KMLs, how this KML will appear on the Liquid Galaxy. This we call it mockups. And then also the mockups or your UX in your application. And remember, again and again, we are only work this year in the smartphones, 6 inches around, and always vertically. There is no other option. You can create in Figma, but you can use, I'm going to say stupidity, you can use Paint. I mean, it's the same, Canva, whatever you want, but the final document, the final mockups have to be inserted in the Google Docs. What else? We give you 5-screen mockup of a Liquid Galaxy. We use this every year just to overlay your KMLs in the part of the document that you will present us how you want to show your KMLs data. And also we give you a pixelate wireframe for the screen mockups. This way, all the mockups will be the same Liquid Galaxy and the same model of smartphone. Comments, Josh?
So I would want to add that you could use Figma, you could use Sketch, some other good design software. Don't use Canva. I know that the quality that you will deliver with Canva would not be on par with what we want at the moment. So definitely,
I say Paint that it's worst.
I cannot talk about MS
It's a
Paint.
joke in the sense that you can use whatever you want to make the mockups, but please, we want good mockups. And also, of course, when you present us the applications, the application has to be like your mockup, because mockups will be approved or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, yes.
So yeah. So MS Paint is something that you could not use, I would say, from my behalf. And I would definitely want you to create these 15 pages by showcasing how would you go about the app. If I would give you an example, let's say if we are talking about La Palma, then I was showcasing the kind of visualizations that I want to make. Every one of you have already seen the final version of how it looks like.
The world famous La Palma application. World famous, because always we say about Josh application that was very neat, very nice.
So definitely, but also I would say that in the very beginning it had some bad fonts too. So I could also make these mistakes, and I would want you to just be very thoughtful of what you're doing, how you are making it, take some inspiration from your designer friend if you have one, and that would be very nice. uh, Take care of all the UI. You would have to deliver the code or the application that looks exactly like it. Don't overpromise something that has, let's say, a 3D guitar coming up, and you cannot just deliver that kind of a thing in development, what you have shown in design. So don't be a developer who is designing something that he cannot develop at the later stages. We would be asking you, of course, what you have developed. So that is more or less everything. And yeah, good KML. So for the KML visualization, you have this 5 screen overlay over which you will make an overlay. So you have seen the Liquid Galaxy landing page, right? That particular on the left side, the visualization is a La Palma visualization.
One second.
So
Sorry,
yeah.
Josh. Could you please separate your mic a few centimeters? Are you working with a laptop or yourself? Because you are clipping the sound on the stream, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it now better?
Even a little bit further, or you can talk. Go, guys. Try.
Now it should be better.
Better now. Yeah.
So the last thing I wanted to say is just take care of the KML that you are or the visualization that you're making. It would be much better if you actually make a KML and that has some kind of closeness with what you're designing. So you get the idea. Yeah, I can later on the later stage, I can develop what I am trying to deliver here. So yeah, that is all. Just take care of the UI and what you are showcasing to us.
Okay, let's continue. So, very important part. We already have make publish or GSoC ideas page. It's a Google Docs. You have from the main menu of the GSoC post. We've been months creating those ideas for this year. And let's gonna comment again a couple of things. So you can apply to present us your project to one of our ideas. We have projects regarding, I don't know, for example, data spaces, some kind of technology. It might be that at this time you never know what is. This is good because you will learn new things. So you can see a project in our ideas page and they say, I want to go to this one, I want to present my proposal to this one. But it's also, sometimes it's even more important that you propose your own ideas. At this time, you've been working with us for months. Even there are people like Rohit that is here and others, I can see the list, that are for years. So you know what is the Liquid Galaxy very well, and you know that what kind of things we can do or we want. So for us, it's better that you present us a project and do not create your whole GSoC proposal since the very beginning with a new project. Just send us a few lines of text saying, okay, mentors, never personally, never on Discord, always use the Liquid Galaxy Lab Gmail email. Mentors, I have this idea, and make a brief description, 3 or 4 lines on what is your idea. Because if you create your own proposal with an idea that we don't like, you are wasting your time. So please, before always, if you have a new idea, just ask us. So you can now start to browse this document, and after 28 February, when Google announces if we are on GSoC, you can start talking with us about the proposals, and also when Google opens the platform for sending you the proposals, you can start uploading your proposal that will not be ready till we approve your proposal, okay? Because we will help you on retooling your proposal just to be a good proposal that Google can say, okay, we are gonna select this person. So, more things. Timing. Yeah, we commented this many times. Don't send us anything till only pre-requires tags, but don't send us proposals, not anything. We don't want this, but you can start commenting on Discord. This is nice because we try to run an open source community. This means that most of the things can have to be open. Some of them are not, because there are some internal things that we will not make public for different reasons. Like, for example, the way we select the students. Of course, you are not going to be on this till you are a mentor, like Mentor Project that is here, that in the past was a student and now is a mentor. So use the master proposal, start to think, but till February 27, 28, when Google makes the announcement, nothing else. So, till now, this is the main presentation we have for you. And now I'm gonna end this thing, presenting this thing. We are gonna open the YouTube thing that is something like here, and we are gonna see. Okay, hello. We don't see questions. This means that you know everything how it works and you don't want to make a question. Okay, questions are starting to pour. Remember that we have a delay, but we want people to be on the questions on YouTube, because there is people that is not on the Meet, and we also want them to make questions to us. So, first question. Let's do one thing. People that is here on the Meet, this is the reason we're doing the Meet. Could you please open your camera and your mic and make the question public? I think Rahat, you are here.
Yeah, it would be much better to hear you guys. So, please.
Yeah, this is the reason we are doing a.
Hello.
Okay, Rahat, hello.
Hi, hello everyone. Good evening.
Mics, but the mics it when you do a question. We will ask you. Rahat is the first one sending a question. Go ahead, Rahat.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Thank you. So, I really wanted to know, how do you deal with the vertex issue? Like when I was making the 3D KML, and I was initially opening it in Google Earth, it was not opening, and I was getting some vertex issue. Then I had to reduce the detail of the 3D model. Then it opened. So is there any way to open the 3D model without reducing its details?
Okay, we are gonna try to answer your question, but today is not that kind of meet, Rahat. We are not solving technical problems.
Okay.
Today's meet is just for questions about GSoC by itself, about the program,
not
about your code or your situation. We will try. I don't know if there is a person here. I will not be the one answering you. I don't know, Josh, if you have experience on this.
Okay, so I can start with that. So was your problem, and I would want to follow up first. So was your problem also on the Google Earth software as well as the Liquid Galaxy, or was it only on the Liquid Galaxy? And what was the number of vertices? What is it, like 52K vertices or something like that? What was the exact error that you were facing?
It was on both, and on the LG rig and also on simple. When I had also installed Google Earth on my PC, so it was not opening. I was getting an issue like it has more than 64,000 vertices.
54,000. Yeah, I do remember that there is a thing about the number of vertices, so that you are sending something that is above a file size limit, and would also be a problem if you will set something that is not optimized from our end. So you may have seen how Sketchfab models have a they have a .obj file. I remember if it is a .glb file. Yeah. So there is a .glb file which will have something like 50K vertices, but there would be one optimized for Google which will have like 3K vertices, just because they would want something that is in a format that is supported and that is easily renderable. So you would want that things are getting rendered easily on the Google Earth as well. You wouldn't want that you have made a satellite that has too many vertices that it is not getting. And this is also something that we would want, that your file sizes are lower. You are getting things that are loaded fast, and the UX is optimized. So it is a performance issue as well. So I would want you to just use some online services that reduce the vertices. Usually they are allowing you to do it in GLB. Then you can just open it on Blender. You can export it as whatever format. Usually we want Collada.dae format. So yeah.
One question is, guys, that you have to think that you, Rahat, use Blender to do your original building or whatever.
Yes.
So that's the problem. I have it every day with lots of students we have at the JEDA Liquid Galaxy laboratories, is that you are used to work with Blender. That's perfect. We love Blender. Blender is an open source and it's a colleague of us in GSoC. We know them from many years ago. But the problem is that when you use Blender, you don't care about how many polygons or how many points you have, how many textures, just because your computer has a very lovely whatever RTX card. If you are happy and have lots of money now, a 5090, or you are not as happy, an 8080 or whatever. No? So you don't care because you have a powerful graphics card. But you have to send this to the internet, and it has to be uploaded to Google Earth. So that's crazy. You cannot set I don't remember how much to say, 45,000 polygons. So it's crazy. So
54K.
you have to go what we call low poly. I mean, you have to make very simple things with less vertex. So you can use of course Blender, but you have to get rid of. You are gonna do something for raster, because this is gonna be vector. This is gonna be presented in 3D, and you have to go low poly. So guys, let's continue. Let's make questions more about the GSoC. If you have questions about the technical questions, that's perfect. But please route these questions to the Discord, and if you at some moment have real problems, we can route you to a mentor that is specialized on this. But today's meet is more that for GSoC specific questions. So Tah Hagat, if I might pronounce your name bad, excuse me. It's a little difficult for me. I don't know if Tah Hagat is here. I don't see you here. Tak.
Okay. I think he's not here.
So also we have a problem, as always happens, that many people didn't answer my or email regarding that they have to join the meet. And then suddenly I think I have something like 7 or 10 emails in my inbox that I cannot attend now, saying, okay, I'm late to the party, please send me the meet. No, this is not going to happen. I did that just till the last minute, but when we started the meet, we are not doing it. So next time, please be serious with this, because we have to be serious with the communication. So Tat Hagats says, for task 5, this is yours. Yash, answer you.
Yeah.
Read and answer.
So for task 5, I have read the question, but still for the video, I would be just reading it out again. For task 5, I had used Rai for animations for most of the UI challenges. My question is, can you give some tips on how to enhance Rai for UI, or any better alternative for Rive? I would say that I have used Rive and there are not much better alternatives, but there are some videos or docs that tell you how to design it better. On the other hand, if you are just working for the web and not or for Flutter, then just use CSS or just use Dart if you are on Flutter. So I would want that there is a thing about you have more flexibilities when you are using the most basic tool that is available to you. I cannot make some minor adjustments on Tailwind, but I have to be constrained on what it is offering me. But for CSS, I could use something like view transitions or starting style, which is very new to CSS, and it is just not available because it is still in beta for Tailwind. So these are some of the examples that I would give. Use the most basic tools, be a master of it, and you would be able to make anything that is possible. So that would be my answer.
Okay. I don't know if Shens is on the chat, on the meet. Shens, are you there? Hello?
I think he is not.
No, if
okay, so I will be.
She is here, has to say hello and open the camera. So, read, please, Kamel, the questions for you.
Is there a guide to make good KMLs like Yash told? Like the specific I watched in the recent video, Jabardhan was having a very great video, but would want something more in depth. So developers.google.com, you have a very good full specification about KML, the different cases, different examples. So I would want you to go on that guide, but at the same time, there are places like research.google.com, which has something like open buildings and other data which is already in KML. So they offer very good KML that have lots of data that look very super realistic. At the same time, they are optimized for Google Earth, so they don't have too many vertices. And you can take the example, download the KML, see which KML tags they are using, and just take inspiration of how they are doing it. So it is kind of a reverse engineering that you are applying. See the examples that are already crafted by Google and try to be on the same standards as them.
I think Vedang is here. Vedang, it's your time. Go for your question.
Hello everyone. So my question was, what would be the project ideas that are currently high priority for Liquid Galaxy Web? And I also wanted to ask, what are the chances of getting the proposal accepted if it's a hard versus if it's a medium difficulty level project?
We will not make public what are the most interested projects with us, because the thing is simple. If the project is on our ideas page, it's important for us. We discard dozens and dozens of projects that are not interested for us. I can say, okay, inside the, I don't remember how many projects there are this year, 25. Inside the 25 projects, there are a few of them that are more interested for us. Yes, but we cannot make it public because we have this way, all of contributors go for these projects and no one will present for the others. So think about GSoC is a very complicated thing. We will not select only for this reason because there, even at this, I can tell you, there are people at this moment presenting us proposals and we are rejecting to talk about this, but new ideas. And I say, guys, this is very interesting for us. Please come back on February 28th. So people is already presenting us ideas. And again, it's only trying to present us because we are not receiving anything. We reject the communication, but think about that. If the project is in the project ideas page, it's important for us. Which ones of these are in the top priority? I can answer. We will not say this. Maybe if your project is good and is not in the project ideas list, I said this or is writing somewhere else, will have higher advantages because we evaluate more a student, a contributor that present an idea for us, not just go to the document and follow the lines. And your other question was that what are the possibilities to be we try to be as much transparent as we can, and I just start this meeting giving you the numbers, or actual numbers. What I can do, as you can imagine, is giving you the names. So the question is the following. We already have 70-something people working on tasks, and I will say half of them have developed a very good, they are developing well, they are finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, most of the tasks, and of course they are higher in the score. But even this does not mean they're going to be selected. Not. Why? Because maybe they do a proposal, a very bad proposal, or they just don't arrive on date. I mean, we don't know. No one knows. It's very complicated. The only way is work, and work. For you and for us. So, and I finish with this. You can look at other years GSoC at the Liquid Galaxy community, get an idea of how many interns we have every year. This also does not mean that this year we are going to have this number. It can be higher, it can be lower. We don't know also. We don't know. Even if you ask Google, and Google will answer you that we'll never do that, they also don't know, because this is the way GSoC happens. We have to go step by step. At this moment, we can tell you how many interns we are going to have, but you can go to our website and see how many we have. Last year, I think we were 12. The other year, we were 11. We are ranking between 10 and 12 interns those days. And I have to tell you, there are a few large organizations, maybe a dozen. After those organizations, we're one of the largest organizations in the GSoC that has more interns. That's the way. I hope this answered your question. Who's next? Next. Shubham? Swapnil? Shubham?
Hello, everyone.
I don't see you. Where are you? Here.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Think about no.
Yes.
Think about I do something curious for me last year in September. I get rid of my 5 screens, enormous screens I have on front of me, and I get ultra wide. That's something I have to look to one side or the other, and you're just on the other side. Go ahead, Shubham.
I think we should make a proposal of making some LG rig in Google Meet. Actually, my question is...
We already have done this project. We have it.
Oh, actually,
I'll
look in definitely check it out.
GitHub, and we did that in the very early years. Maybe 2011 or 2012. We already did that. We have one person in a Meet in every screen, or half a screen. We already did that.
Okay, so my question is that, as we have the freedom to submit something of our own, like we have our own proposal, can we take inspiration from our old ideas, or it has to be out of the blue, completely unique? We can do some mashup kind of thing.
of course you can do a mashup, you can do whatever you want, but we have to agree on after this, because if you send us I don't know, a mashup between, I don't want to name the project, I think we have just about 110 projects in GitHub, 105 or so. We have lots of projects, so you can do whatever you want. But if you are not interested in your proposal, we will not be interested. So the answer is yes. You can do a mashup and say, okay, I'm gonna do a La Palma volcano track next to, I don't know, I don't know, but you can.
Thank you very much.
Calm me coded. Yes, this person on the chat. Calm me coded. Is the person here? Just read it because it's for you.
Yeah, so I will start reading this. For task 5, do we have to optimize the UI designs, or we have to reconstruct the exact UI of those? Be creative. That's the thing. Be creative. I do not have any thing to say if it is exactly similar or if it is your own idea, but it is just carrying the same design theme of that. Let's say you are making some animated icon. You have a very different animated icon, but still it is an animated icon which is not from the stock animation from Lotte, and you have actually created something of your own. So yeah, that is what I want. I would want your own creativity. It could be that you have an originality. It is just based off the actual thing, but it is not the actual thing. It could be that instead of okay Google, that particular oh, my Google triggered. So yeah, I would want that instead. It could be like okay Gemini. It could be that the Gemini icon is animating. It could be anything. That is more or less I would care about is your creativity. And if you want to make exactly similar, you can. Like the animated icon was taken from, I believe, Discord. So you can just look at how Discord's animated icon work like, and you can just make exactly similar interface. That is perfectly okay. It all depends on you. I will just be checking the creativity and the code that you have made. You also talked about optimizing.
You ask about UI design. We do not have an UI design. You are doing some. You are showing some in the Discord, but we as community, as a project, we don't have this is our design. No, we don't have it now, but I can tell you, this year we are gonna try, because we are starting on the web thing, and we also changed to smartphone and so on. We are gonna try to select the best ideas we have this year developed by the contributors on GSoC, to select the best ideas on the UI and UX, and then maybe next year we will say, okay, this is our design. Do not focus on design. This is our way. This is our library of widgets or presentation menus or whatever, and then focus on develop the code, the functionality and the data. But this year, as Josh says, we don't have our own AI that we say this is ours, not. And of course, we will love to see your creativity.
Definitely.
Shenth. Okay. So, Jens, Shenth, I can tell you that it's clearly written on the page and on the instructions. The problem is that you don't read, not you, most of you don't read the instructions. It was clearly written that you have to send a screenshot that you have been registered. So please read the instructions. Guys, I don't see any more questions, but I will wait for your questions. Om, Deb, Devanish, Yevahan, Anik Rashid, Janedra. Open your mic and say hello. Don't be shy. You're shy.
Hello.
Hello,
My
hello.
question was that.
Who's you? Let me
Hi,
check
hi.
it. Janedra.
I'm Gyanendra. Hi.
Excuse me for my pronunciation
so
of the
my-
Indian names. I'm not good at all. At the end, maybe I
No
will do
problem.
that.
No problem. No problem. So my question was that in the proposal we have to attach the Figma designs. So for the Figma design, is it only that we have to attach the front end, or also the functionality, flow structure, diagrams also?
Josh.
So let's just say you have made a UML diagram which is showcasing everything that how you'll be doing, or you have made a fig jam which is showing what the screen would look like, what would be the user journey for the user. You can also attach that. That is not an issue. Just export it. Don't send us a .fig where we keep on thinking that we have to open it on Figma. Just export it, send as a PNG, and attach it to Google Doc and send as the Google Doc. That is what we require. And for the UI, as I've already told, think of all the screens that you would actually be making and how you would be making it. Think of a design system or what you'll be choosing, or make your own components and just start from that. uh, Pick a consistent thing, pick a consistent font. It should not be like you have five screens are using different cursive, sans serif, all the fonts that you thought about. We do not want that, definitely. And I also want you to read that particular book, I think Refactoring UI, which I mentioned in the Discord. And I think that we also had a very good UI. We had many UI presentation live streams. So yes, just take a look at all those. That's all I want to say.
So I agree with 100% with this, because as I said since the very beginning, and it's written in our GSoC post, we are gonna only accept a Google Docs. So we will not accept any Figma file. No, not any other kind of whatever program you use for developing your mockups or your UX. So anything you want to export from Figma or from other application has to be on a graphic file and attached in the Google Docs. Inside, not attached, pasted in the Google Docs. But this is a good question, Jan Edran, and what we will do is edit for clarity on the main GSoC post and on the proposal, saying that if you want to attach something, you can do it graphically. It's a good point. We will make a edit for clarity point. Guys, more questions. This is your moment. We are gonna have more meets, of course, but we like these situations for two reasons. I'm seeing Darsh's face, Agnidra face, on face, Shubham face, Jevahan, Devashis, Shivam, Aditya, Deb. I know Deb, and he's eating. Aryan is shy. Okay, Aryan, hello. You finally opened your camera. How are you? And still there are 4 persons that are shy and don't want to show us their face on camera. No problem. We don't have any problem with this, because we will always care of your privacy. And if you don't want to show your face, it's up to you. So guys, but the question is that Mentor Yash, Mentor Prayak, me, we are here today and we are ready to answer your question, mostly about GSoC. If you use this Meet to ask questions for technical things, this is not the moment. So again, waiting for your questions, and if there are no questions, we will start to close this thing. So, anyone?
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Who are you? Aditya.
So,
Go.
yes, sir. Hello, yes, sir. My question is, we are discussing like how the proposal should be made, the UI UX pattern. So my question is like how they are evaluated, how the proposals evaluated, what are the minute details are to be taken care of other than UI UX, the textual part of what should be the written. Like sometimes we write, we try to express more and write too much content, but the point is that it doesn't look well. So that's the point.
Okay,
like
so
how we should.
Okay,
Continue, Aditya first, and your question.
So, no, that's it.
Okay, yeah, start to answer.
Okay, so I would start by giving an example of again the La Palma. So what I did was I first researched. I researched a lot of links that were, because the event was often actively erupting volcano, and there were a lot of earthquakes. So Copernicus was one of the sources that had the very optimal data, but I also researched for some other places or websites, because mostly they're websites, right, that had shown it very good graphically. So I had my research done. That was the very first thing, that you actually know what you'd be doing. If you are clear on your head, then you can make the next person understand that you are passionate about it and you can do it. If you are not clear about it, you can lie to him, but you cannot like answer all the important stuff that is required. So this is where I was able to correctly answer everything that was needed, or how everything would be done, simply by grabbing the APIs, maybe storing it into KML as the final version, getting all the GeoJSON inputs, how it would be visualized. I got all the visualizations that were supposed in the project ideas that were also shown on the actual, you have seen the KMLs. So the idea was to make the UI, but also the content should be as clear. You keep it concise. Yeah, you have a limit at the moment, and you have to show everything on the UI part. And pictures are worth 1,000 words, so you can actually clarify on the pictures how your let's say user journey would look like, how each and every screen or how the flow would look like, how if he would click a cancel button on a flow, how it would go to a fallback flow and how that would be done. So you can actually show everything and how the visualization would be made. You can actually get the actual KMLs or a part of it ready and your research links that you're taking the inspiration from. As long as you have a passion as well as you have done your research, I think that that is all we are looking for. Definitely it is a relative competition too, that is all fine, but just control the controllables here.
But Aditya, could you please develop a little bit more on what your question? Because I think there are still some stuff to be answered. Are you good only with this
So,
answer from Mentor Josh?
yes, sir, yes, sir, sure. Actually, I was saying that how the like 20 pages are to be like refactored and how it should be refactored. So I got the answer.
Again, let me explain you all another time same thing. Think about this is a race. We can be on the last what is the name of it? A lap when the cars make a run, but still we have several straight lines parts of the lap ahead, but still we have some curves. So we have to go step by step, and we don't know how we are gonna select the projects. What we know is that usually take a look at this. Usually when we take a look at a project, we can get the feeling of if you have done a nice work behind on researching for data, as Mentor just said, to trying to make a good UX and UI, and then at the end point there are people that will make a very nice work, will go to the top of the proposals, and at some point we have to decide, and later it's Google the final one to decide. So this is a race till May 8th. It's a long race. That's the way GSoC works. So, any other question, guys? Oh, you're shy. Prayak, do you want to add something based on your experience?
Yeah, so like basically when I was like contributing at first, like many of you have the fear, like at first it may seem like the GSoC is too hard, or like, oh, so like Liquid Galaxy, how to start. Yeah, I also faced the same problem. Like at first, during the installation of Liquid Galaxy, I used to saw the Soham Jaswal's video, Yersar's video, and then I tried to do it my own. And after 3 or 4 installation, everything became so clear. Like without like it became my muscle memory, like installing the Liquid Galaxy, doing those things. And the next part was the task, like the you are doing now. You have questions, you are asking about it, you are getting the approvals. Yeah, I also had to do the task and got approved, and then finally it was the time for the proposal. And yes, again, writing a good proposal is an art. Like you have to keep it to the point. Like Aditya, you answered like how you should write the proposal. Don't add like fillers. Like if you can write it in one sentence, write it in one sentence. Don't make it like a 5 sentence, like explaining the same things again and again.
Remember that this
Like
year we are not allowed very large quantities of strange text, not any code. So it's gonna be easy because you don't have space at all to make your. Vedan is not here today; he's working, but
yeah,
we call Vedan or poet because to say something he uses 7 phrases. So you can do that. You have to be more concise. So last round, Deb, any question? Mr. Gadani? No? Okay. Sharma. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Mohit, Sharma. Oh, you two are Sharma.
No, sir.
That's it. 95. This is a nice surname. 95. 095. Good. The Billans, if I pronounce it nice. Do you have any question?
Yeah.
Divyansh, no. Like, I think you guys
Okay,
covered it. Thank you for the question.
good. Ariane.
So I don't have any questions currently. I think my fellow wannabe contributors asked whatever doubts I had. It's clear.
Very good. Thanks. Aditya Bhattacharya. Sorry. No. Okay. Shivam Kumar.
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Oh, good.
So, what are the common mistake contributor makes in their proposal for Liquid Galaxy project?
That's a super good question, man. Uh, we are gonna talk a little bit about this, but then what we have to also you to say is that we have a lovely presentation from Mentor Jazz that this is on our website that says how to make a crazy, perfect, nice proposal. What was the name of the presentation?
The art of writing good proposal.
The art of writing good proposal. You will explain. You will expend your 20 minutes seeing the presentation, but you all have to look at the presentation. But yes, make some comments.
Definitely. I would say that many of the things were also covered by Prayag. So as you know that it is an art, writing a very good proposal. You have to be very concise, don't add any kind of fillers, and have a lot of research done beforehand, because the less you know, the more you try to bring fillers to get the pages filled up. But the more you know, you think that, yeah, I have too much content, maybe the pages are too less and I have to make it concise. So that's when you are filled with that knowledge and you want to share it, but at the same moment you start deciding, yeah, which one has a higher priority or which one is closely tied to what I am trying to deliver here. So just think that if you are very solid, yeah, I am the perfect match for this kind of idea, and you are passionate. Just don't think that, as I believe that one of you asked that what is the priority, or don't think about the priority. Think about what is the best or the most passionate you are about, and think of two or three ideas, because it could be that later in the stages one is too crowded, because you never know who else is also trying on the same proposal. We would tell you that maybe you have better chances if you try on another idea. So just think of two three ideas that are, yeah, these are my choices and these are the things I would be really good at, or I can be very nice at, and then start researching. Think of all the links you have to go through. Some of them are already given, but it could be that you find out something out of the blue which was not even there, and you get some very good concise data that you can show or write it.
Let me
Have
add a
some.
tip. Let me add a tip for you all that you are now. Thank you for being on the meet. Let me add you a tip. At some point, when we start the GSoC proposal, hopefully, you will be sending us proposals, and then at some point we will tell you in private, always, not in public. Okay, guys, you are presenting, because if you are good and we see that you are good, you have a good LG score, and we see that you are presenting a good proposal, we'll say, okay, whatever name of the contributor, thank you for proposing this, but whatever you are proposing to, there are 6 more persons going to this. So you have, your chances are good, low, high, but if you apply to this other project, maybe you have more opportunities. We will have these conversations in private, of course, only with people that develop a good work previously or on the proposal. But this will be always private. If we see you are working hard and try to get a GSoC, and you are proposing to a proposal that is already very crowded, we will tell you in private, never public. Okay, as this is changing, Rohit, do you have any question?
No.
But you don't have any question, but expend 30 seconds, as you are a recurring contributor. You were with us last year. Do you have any phrase or any question, to anything to explain to your colleagues about how was your GSoC proposal last year?
Yeah, so the last year proposal was based on lots of
No. I don't want to explain you the proposal. I want to say the way of writing the proposal and having the interaction. Tips.
Tell your learners.
What was is not important, because we have your code in GitHub and on the Go super web store we have. That's not the point now. It's about your experience doing the proposal. If you can give those guys also a tip.
So one thing I genuinely followed was the master proposal. That thing you need to solely go through that and whatever things in there, just do the research and write whatever the relevant information that you are getting regarding the research that you are doing for that particular project. So that one thing can really make a big difference.
Okay. I don't know. Bedang, Lokande, do you have any question?
No, everything's fine with me as of now.
Okay, thank you very much. Janedra, go ahead.
So one more thing I have to add, I mean to ask. So the maximum three proposal thing. So is the three proposal is the maximum for overall, like the overall we have to submit the maximum three proposal, or for one project we have to add max three proposal max.
Okay, let me explain this. You can present, every contributor can present a maximum of three proposals on the Google GSoC platform. And you can present them three for one project, for one organization, two or one. You can select three organizations and send one proposal to each one, or you can select two, or you can select three. But the question is that on the GSoC platform, you can only, or maximum, you can send three proposals. But let me make a parenthesis here. I am not the person that will say you don't present three proposals. Feel free to work as much as you can because you want to achieve a GSoC and it's up to you to work a lot. But it's hard to do a good proposal. So if you do three good proposals, you're a hacker. It's better to work hard on one proposal and work hard and start to having interactions with whatever community you're working, in that case with the Liquid Galaxy. But again, you can present your proposals to another community. We believe that you're here for the Liquid Galaxy. So it's better you focus on one, start interacting early with us after February 28th, and focus on one, because doing three proposals does not give you much more opportunities of being selected. No, this gives you more work. It's better to work hard on one and be selected. We have three, I will say, not so nice proposals from you or from whatever contributor. We will spend a few minutes looking for your proposal, but we will not stay forever. In the moment you present us a very good proposal, as I said, if you are proposing something for a proposal that already has other contributors, many, we will tell you the tip. Do not focus on this. Go ahead and go for this one. But my point of view is that do not do three proposals. Google allows you to make three proposals for us or for any other project. But for me, my tip I can give you personally is focus on one proposal, on one good proposal. If you make a good proposal, you have plenty of opportunities. Of course, we are plenty of people, and I can tell you, we at this moment are near 80 people working for the interns, but we will be hundreds because more people will come after Google makes the final announcement. And February 28 will come more people, but those people are behind you because you already have done the required task. We know your faces, we know how to you write, we know how to you code a little bit. Mentor just has evaluated your UX and so on. So that's the answer. More questions. Ayush Kumar. Any question?
No, sir.
Perfect.
No, sir.
Who's the one I didn't say his name? Haverdan, do you want to make any question?
Actually, I just wanted to ask, like, when evaluating GSoC proposals, what key factors differentiate one proposal from another? Like, are there specific parameters that mentors prioritize while deciding which proposals to accept?
I think this question has been answered, but we can repeat it. The first thing is that a good proposal, good data, good UX, good KMLs. That's it. Nothing else. I mean, it's simple, but at the same time, it's very complex. We will, if the proposals are on our list, we love all these proposals. So if a contributor presents a proposal against one of our projects and it's good, that's good. There is no other way. So we have told you many times what we look for this year. Good UX, UI, good KMLs. Of course, if you do it, you will be doing good code. What was the other person that raised his hand? Could you please open your mic? Anira, go.
Yes. So hello everyone. So my question was like it was specific to the project. So it was mentioned that we can use a font size of 12. So like if we want to define a heading, say for example, so then can we use a bigger font size? Like if we can use like 18 or 20 font size, is that allowed, or we have to use specifically the font size of 12 only?
Do you understand the question, Josh?
Yeah, if you are using headings, you can use a bigger font size. If you are even not filling up all the three and you are just having one page of very concise research data, that is good. It was maximum number of pages. You can have minimum of just one page and all of the UX that you want to show. That is okay. The real problem that you face is people just use a font size of 8 or 7 just to keep everything concise, because actually they had 9 pages and they just made it in 3 or 2 pages. We don't want that. The opposite is it.
This happened all the time, so it will happen again.
Okay, and another follow-up question. So like let's say we cross the limit of 20 pages by say 21 or 22 pages. So will that proposal be accepted or will that be rejected?
I didn't listen. Sorry. Can you repeat?
Let's say maximum pages for the project for the proposal will be 20 pages as it is mentioned. So like we go past beyond that by say 1 or 2 pages, like 21 or 22. So will that proposal be accepted or not?
If you will go behind the 20 pages?
Yes, beyond the 20 pages, like 21 or 22 pages are there. By like,
I mean, neither. This is law. We say maximum 20. If you present as 21, we are not reviewing your proposal. It's simple.
Okay.
It's simple.
Okay.
I think I try to say, of course you can present a proposal with 21 and we will take a look. But other person that has a 20 pages and is following orders, we will review it better. Because you say 21 or 22, but if the person presents a 23, a 25, or 27, who's the one that is gonna say stop? The stop is 20. And that's the way. Arian, go.
This may not be directly related to GSoC or anything, but it's related to the community and our organization. I would like to know that what is your vision about Liquid Galaxy, because most of the applications and all those things, proposals and ideas that I have seen are basically related to tourism and education, and some are about games, right? So what is your vision about Liquid Galaxy in this context?
That is not exact, Arian. We say that we have more than 100 projects in our on our GitHub, and you say only three kind of projects. Believe me, we have dozens. So you have to make a little bit more research. We have projects about many other things, many. We have projects about biology, we have projects about construction, we have projects about astronomy, we have projects about dozens of different kind of things, and those are the ones that we have already developed. But you can come and say, okay, guys, mentors of the Liquid Galaxy community, I want to propose a project about, I don't know why. There are hundreds of thousands of millions ideas you can present. So it's up to you. Okay? Good. Deb, don't fall asleep. Any other question? Vishal, you are not on the meet. So what is your question? Can you please read, Yash?
Okay, I will just read. Okay, so Vishal asked climate change, ESA Copernicus visualization for Liquid Galaxy. I'm not sure this is in HTML Node.js, but can I make it in Flutter only for any project? Okay, if this is specifically for a project idea, I will have to see the project idea first before getting back to it. But if it is writing HTML and Node.js, there might be something related to sending up some data through a server that would require Node.js. And it would be something that you would have to discuss later with later into the stages when we are ahead in this
But
race.
we
So
can
you would
make
be
a little comment on this. So from our large project ideas, we selected a few projects that we believe that will be nice to have those in web. So the answer maybe is yes, you can do it in web. But if we have selected this to be in Flutter, it's for some reasons. Which reason? Those are private. But the general question will be, you can present any project on web and on Flutter. But also remember another question that we have already said many times. We are going to select only a few percentage of project in web. Why? Because this is new for us and we are testing the thing. So we are not, if we have, I don't want to name, 5 inters, 10 inters, whatever, those will be only a percentage, a 20%, maybe 2 or 3 projects will be selected on web. So if every of you start to select projects in web, you have a problem. Because most of the projects that will be selected will be in Flutter. This does not mean that you have to go up about all the Flutter projects, because we are going to select projects in web. So the ones that say web is because we, senior mentors, thought that those are nice to have it developed on web. But if you want, you can present your option in Flutter. And in the contrary, if you see one developed in Flutter, you think that you can present it on web, we also will at least listen to you and see your proposal. Is that clear? Good, man. So, any other questions? 20 last seconds of the meet, if there is no more questions, because Mohit, go.
Other than the master proposal, will there be any past GSoC proposal for reference that will be shared?
You mean another proposals developed by students?
Yes, sir. The past proposal that were accepted.
No, because 2 things. Proposals are private. We can do this because if we do that, and we do that in the very past, in other projects, people start to copy, and we don't want this because it's your job, it's your work. We don't want people to start copy. Even it happens in the past that we started to use GitHub in public accounts, and then suddenly other contributors started to copy the GitHub from other contributors to go to their own project. Very bad things. We don't want to happen this. So we are not going to publish any old GSoC proposal. And also there is another reason, is that there the proposals are totally different. So if we show you a proposal from last year, it has no sense, because this year we only want 5 pages of text and 50 pages of graphics. And last year we have some with 50 pages of text and code that we directly go to the trash, because we say we don't want this, and some contributors presented that. So follow the rules, please. Is there any other hand? The Bashis, go.
Yes, I actually had a doubt about the LG 5-screen mockup KML. As you have written that we have to overlay our visualization on that image. Do we need to edit it on the image, or we need to install 5 rigs and then take a screenshot and add that to the proposal?
The first one you will have to edit, and you can use just a simple mask tool in Figma, so it will allow you to mask on to that very visualization. So you can just make a 5 screen setup, which is directly you have copied, or directly you have taken a screenshot of your Google Earth when you had the visualization, or you have directly made it in Figma or some other design tool, not in Paint. But yeah, that is something.
We don't want you to develop the program before GSoC starts. So that's the answer. Use the mockup we give you, and we give you a mockup, because it happens, or in the very past years, that every student presented a totally different Liquid Galaxy, and it was a mess. So use this mockup, and just make the how do you say it? The mask on Figma.
Masking.
Just it's easy, very easy, and present all your mockups of the Liquid Galaxy screens on the Figma mockup. Last question, or previous to last. Anyone? I don't want to say again your names. No? There are no other questions in the Meet, in the YouTube. So guys,
I would like to add a point. Don't use AI. That's the point. Final point. Don't use AI anything.
Good point. We have a conversation before we started the Meet with Josh, that there is a company, an AI company, very well famous, that said, if you are presented some curriculums, resumes to us, please do not use AI. A company that makes AI say to their own, but they're gonna be engineers say, please do not use AI. What a stupidity! So let me comment on the AI thing. We as mentors and me as I'm not a teacher. I say I was, but I deal with the students from many years ago. I catch you at the zero second. I know that you have copied or have used AI. That's the way, because we know it. We know that. So think about another question we can comment is that when you present the proposal, we're gonna have more meet, of course. But let me start advance this. When you present your proposal and we start to deal with the proposal, this is a crazy thing. People goes up and down. I mean, proposals are good, proposals are bad. We ask contributors to remake their proposals. We give them tips, because we are going to give you tips for make your proposal better after you present us the first draft. At some point, you're going to have interviews with us, real interviews, face to face. And I will say, Berang, that's not the case, because you're still not selected. But I will say, whatever contributor, have a meet with Mentor Josh or with Mentor Alfredo or with Mentor whatever, and maybe at some point it's not an interview, it's 1, 2, or 3 interviews, whatever number, and those are in person. So at the very second minute, Mentor Josh will know if you have copied or have created the thing with artificial intelligence, because he's going to be making your question and you will start to look at the ceiling with a no he wants to answer. So we will catch you so fast. That's the point. So guys, again, thank you for coming. Good luck. Remember, we have to work. We as community, we as a project, you as community, do your task. If you have any problem, contact us through Discord or to the private Liquid Galaxy Lab Gmail. Follow our nets, the announcements in Discord. The many streamings are coming made by you contributors. And the other mentors, Mentor Alfredo, Mentor Victor, Mentor Josh are going to have presentations soon. And you all are presenting your own presentations. We're sharing this knowledge with all the community. And please, have fun, enjoy, have luck, work hard, and achieve your goals. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.